Please comment yes or no if you want to see my chub. What is going on, guys? Carter here with Edged Mindset. Got another unboxing for you. But before we begin, I just want to say thank you for everybody that supports me, likes my stuff, comments on my videos, everybody that's subscribed, that gets the notifications. Really, really appreciate it. I couldn't do this without you, or rather, I wouldn't want to do this without you. There wouldn't be a point. So thank you so much. Let's get into this thing. So you may be saying, wow, that was really easy to open this box. That's not very secure. This was actually inside of a bag. So I opened the bag, pulled out this box. So yeah, it was secure. And what do we got here? Ooh, look at this. We've got some candy. We got some Airheads, and we've got some Zots. Now, so I bought this from a person who bought this knife. But I have purchased from a retailer who sent these exact same things. I can't for the life of me remember who that retailer was. It wasn't that long ago. I cannot think of who this came from. Doesn't matter though, because we're gonna open up this bad boy. It is another Chavez knife. However, before you click away, this is not, this is not like a folder. It's not what you've already seen on this channel. It's actually something very, very different, not only for Chavez, but kind of in general. This is, do you want to see, wait, hold it. Do you want to see my chub? Please comment yes or no if you want to see my chub, because I'm about to show it to you. I'm about to whip it out. And it's not very big, but that's okay. Here it is, guys. This is the Chavez Knives Auto CHUB. Yeah, baby, it's an OTF utility blade. Yes, let's take a look here. What do we got in here? Got the usual stickers. We got the cloth in there. Very, very cool. This is a relatively newish production. This is the Chavez Knife Group knife for 2023. So they were a little bit behind schedule. Every year, the Chavez Facebook group does a group knife, a very special run for the group. I mean, I wasn't going to say for the group only. I mean, not really technically true, but it's designed and approved by the group, and it's offered to the group to purchase. They always have lava fat carbon involved, but the type of knife or the thing that it is different every year. I actually picked up a group knife a few years ago. I think it was the 2022. It was I forget what it was. It was a folder, titanium folder. I didn't get it directly through the group. I got it from somebody else. But this was 2023's. It was a little behind schedule. These just barely shipped out. In fact, depending on when this video goes up, this might be the very first YouTube video on the Auto CHUB. Now, Chavez has done an older version of the CHUB. They've done a manual utility version of it, and I think they've done a titanium folder version of it. This is the first time they've done an auto version of it, and this is the first time Chavez has done an auto in general. The other thing that's really cool about this, well, actually, let's see if I can figure out how to remove the blade. I think you just push this over. Yep, and then it slides right out. Very, very easy. Move that. You can put in a new blade. Get like custom blades. Awesome stuff. This is actually made in the US. It's made in my home state of Utah in Pleasant Grove. I'm assuming it's made by Axial, because I think that's the only automatic knife company here in Utah. I don't think there's a lot of them. So I didn't confirm it's Axial, but I'm assuming it's got to be Axial because they're based out of here. And they do OEM work for different companies and stuff. So it's made by them right here in the US, which is doubly awesome. I'm surprised it's got very little blade play. I was, for some reason, expecting it to have quite a bit. I've only experienced one other Axial OTF, and that was the EMP EDC. And it had quite a bit of blade play, like more than your typical OTF. And for some reason, I was thinking this utility blade would have even more, but it doesn't. And as far as I know, I could be wrong. Maybe Cobra Tech has made one. But this is the first OTF utility blade that I've ever seen. Now, once again, somebody will prove me wrong, and they'll say that Cobra Tech or Tactical something or other has been doing it for a while, but this is the first one I've seen. Very cool, very utilitarian use for an OTF. I mean, honestly, when you're talking about an EDC knife, a utility blade is a really good choice. You can use the crap out of this thing and just throw in a new blade and you're good to go. You don't have to worry about resharpening. You don't have to worry about the lifespan of some expensive MagnaCut blade. You just put in a new blade. What a usable knife. Really good size too. It actually get a full 3-finger comfortable grip right here. I can put my thumb on the spine here, use it for cutting. I can get 4 fingers if I go all the way up to the top and then put my thumb on there. Works really, really well. Very cool. Let's get a weight. Let's do some sizes just for fun so you know what we're looking at. It is not a big knife. And then we'll also go 3.5 ounces. So, a little on the heavier side for something so small made of aluminum, which is what the chassis is made of. But I think it comes down to this piece right here that holds the blade is pretty thick. And I believe this is steel. So that's where most of the weight's coming from. You want this to be robust and usable. But still not bad, 3.5 ounces. Pretty cool. And it's also really cool that they were able to get this into an OTF because it's one thing to have a company make a standard OTF that we've seen a bunch of times where they just modify the blade shape, modify the size. I mean, this is a whole different beast. I don't know if Axial has ever done anything like this before, but this is like a whole different ball game getting this to work. I'm kind of curious what the tang looks like on here and how it interfaces with the channels and stuff. But yeah, let's do some sizes. So here is a pair of 3, frickin' dwarfs that. And then we use the RCK9 to open up the bag. You can see how much bigger it is than that. Let's do the Remet Rhino. Way bigger than the Remet Rhino. This thing is a compact little baddie, and I love the switch. Look how ramped up it is, and it's got really good texture on there. Very grippy. You are not sliding off of this. And the button, there's no wiggle, no rattle from the button. You do hear a little bit of rattle coming from inside. Not bad though. And in fact, I bet it's the blade. Honestly. Yeah. So it's just the blade. This thing has no rattle other than the blade kind of rattling a little bit inside the holder here. Got to make sure not to cut myself. Okay, good to go. Sorry if I was off frame there for a minute. Any other size comparisons? I think that's pretty good. We'll stab my mat there, because why not? It's always fun. Let's do an actual measurement here. So you're looking at 1 3/4 of whatever you want to call that. It's not a blade, but 1 3/4 of, I guess blade plus holder. Overall length is 5 1/4. So very compact, very small. Now, one of the things that people have critiqued on this knife is the inlay-onlay there. I think it's technically an inlay because it does go inside a pocket, but a lot of it sticks out. Now, Ramon did that on purpose. He likes things to sit proud of the scales. And you see that in, this isn't the best example, but you can kind of see like his screws are never completely flush. And he does that on purpose. Like the Scapegoat that has the inlays, the subframe lock, the screws always sit proud. They sit on top, even though he could have done hidden screws and he could have done flush screws. He likes that aesthetic. So he specifically did it this way so that these scales would sit proud. Now, first, like a lot of people, it bugged me and I was like, I don't know about that. But the more I look at it and handle it, it is kind of cool and it is a little bit different and it adds a little bit of dimension to it. It doesn't affect the feel, like it still feels good. This thing is a stout little thick chubby boy, just like the name implies. I think it's pretty good. Now, this does not come with an alternate pocket clip. So you have to have the skull pocket clip, which is my favorite anyways. By the way, I did finally take a little leap of faith and put the boring clip on my RCK9, which is an interesting choice because it already has skulls on it. But I just wanted to run it this way, see what I thought of it. It does look pretty slick and it does look pretty clean. I don't know if I'll keep it or not, but I do have lots of Chavez knives with the skull, so I figured I can run one with the boring clip. You know, I can do one. This is this is pretty cool. This is not something that I would normally get. I did kind of have to step out of my comfort zone a little bit. I really like this texture on that aluminum there. It's like the very expensive hefted finish on Microtex, right? And this features a very similar type of look to it. I don't know if it's DLC'd. It does look like it might be DLC'd. Could just be anodized. I don't know. Had to step outside of my comfort zone a little bit to get a utility blade. It's just not something I'm usually into. I've seen utility flippers and all kinds of things come and go. Never really had my interest, but you know I love my Chavez knives. And I thought, you know what, if I'm going to get one, I'll get this OTF version. Right up my alley. So what do you guys think of it? What do you think of a utility OTF? I think it's a pretty cool concept. Very usable, very utilitarian, and I think it fits the OTF like frame very, very well. Just the concept. What do you guys think? Comment down below. I'll catch you on the next video. You guys take care. I'm out.